we're out on the range today, and I have a few questions regarding his Level 1 CHL course. Now, Sean, is the CHL and Level 1 course, are those synonymous designations for what you teach?
Yeah, so what we do is we have what we call our Personal Handgun Defense Level 1, our PhD 1. And our Level 1 handgun class includes all the minimum requirements for the CHL. So we have people come to that class that want to obtain their CHL, their concealed handgun license for the state of Oregon. And they can, a lot of them are brand new people, beginners, some have never shot a gun before or are new to shooting. But we do an extended version of that class. So most of the classes around are a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours. Mine's 8 hours. And what we do is we meet all the minimum requirements for the state of Oregon so they can apply for and obtain their concealed handgun license. But also we go into much more training for the citizens for use of defense. So it's a fun class. It sounds like a long class, but actually everybody tells me that participates, you know, how enjoyable that class is. What we do is we not just lecture and talk about the law and use of force, as in most of them, we also go into a lot of scenario training. So we talk about, you know, in the home, in the car, on the street, application, help them understand how to apply the law, justification, necessity. Then we get, you know, the whole class, we give them blue guns, we supply equipment in those classes, they have blue guns and holsters. So all day we're working on fundamentals during the class, we're doing physical techniques and tactics, discussing all those things, solving scenarios and going through different procedures. And at the end of the day, then we'll have a live fire training. So we get them out in the range with their personal weapon systems, and we teach them about their guns, you know, and fundamentals of shooting, your stance, your grip, your sight, your trigger, your breathing. And then we start going into the fundamentals of trigger management for accuracy. And then once we get them shooting safely and accurately, then we start to develop some basic tactics. We go through the draw stroke for an engagement with a threat. We talk about verbalization, how to try to gain compliance from the threat, and to stop the need to shoot it, or to be able to shoot and while articulating that if necessary. So we go into all those things in that class. We have a lot of people come to that class that have their concealed licenses already, yes, but they just want more information, more training, and we provide that for them.
Okay, and today, since we're out here, could you give us a quick demonstration on one of the maneuvers that some people or your students would use in a CHL Level 1 course?
Sure. So at the end of the class, we go out on the range, like I said, and we go over safety procedures and fundamentals, get them shooting, and then we start teaching them some basic defensive procedures. So one of those procedures that we would do is we have them get in front of their threat, their designated threat, and then by this time we work through blue guns and with their personal guns being able to draw from a holster and engage the threat, and then start to speak and do some of those things. So one of the things that they're always going to do is we're going to have them actually come around and face the threat, and on the command to engage, then we would have them draw their weapon properly, and we teach that draw stroke in the classroom, and then engage the threat with verbalization. Okay, so they would proceed to draw their weapon, go to trigger, and while verbalizing for the threat to stop. Two of the things that we teach, there's many things you can say, you can do it many different ways. We like to, at the basic beginning level, just to have people say armed citizens stop, or to stop, drop the weapon. Try to give them some type of compliance command. So if the person complies, then obviously we don't have to shoot. You know, they stop, they do whatever, stop doing whatever they're doing. That's great. That's a wonderful way to win the fight. If not, then we need to engage with deadly force. So we teach them how to draw properly, verbalize, and then engage the threat when necessary. And we're telling them that it is necessary, the threat is not complying. So the exercise would look something like this.
Okay.
Stop! Drop the weapon! Start to look around, perform an after action. We get them safely back in the holster again. Once we're all clear, then we would have another discussion and move on with the next procedure.
Okay, well, thank you for that.
Thank you.